What's good, everyone? We looked at the top 5 hardest to play characters just the other day, so be sure to check that video out on my channel now if you haven't already. But today we're looking at the top 5 easiest characters to play in Overwatch. This will be out just before, or a bit before, the open beta goes live. So for anyone that, if you're watching this, you haven't had the chance to play Overwatch yet, be sure to jump on one of these characters straight up, so you don't have to worry about, trying to work out what the hell to do. You can just run in there and kill people. So, number 5. One of the easiest characters in the class to go for, I believe, is Bastion. So Bastion is a big robot. He walks around and he can shoot. But how to play this guy properly is find a good spot. Maybe the enemy team is coming and they're pushing up around the corner and they're coming, so you press your left shift. Within 2 seconds, he jumps on the ground, turns into a big turret. Now he can't move. He can like look left to right, up and down, things like that, and do full 360 rotation, I'm pretty sure. But he just can't move, the actual himself. But that doesn't matter because the damage he puts out is insane. You can take down a Reinhardt's shield. You can break down Winston. You can take out tanks, no problem at all. If it's a weaker character like a Hanzo or if a Tracer for some reason is standing still, kill them within an instant. So it just holds it flat, massive clip, and this thing will just mow people down. I've also got like a comedic, honest, real guide of Bastion on my channel, so make sure you go check that out as well and give you a rundown on how to play the character and just how hard he is. He's not hard really, but yeah, set up in your turret, spray people down, reload now and then, and if you hold your E, you can heal yourself. You can heal yourself out of turret form, in turret form, whatever you want. Just go and hide around a corner and then do it. Don't do it in the middle of nowhere. And his ultimate ability, he actually turns into a tank that shoots massive cannons. Goes like bang, bang. So it's not the quickest firing, but these things do so much damage. You'll one-shot people if they get hit by it or are close to it. So there's that. Actually turns into a tank, and that's pretty much the character. Only a few abilities to choose from, and you can get a lot of kills. Position number 4 is going to a tank character actually, and I just mentioned him before. I believe it is Reinhardt. Now why is this? Reinhardt has a pretty high skill cap because he's a melee character, so he has one range ability, his E, so you have to drop your shield, throw it really quick, put your shield back up. But he's melee, so it can be hard if you want to try and land kills because you have to get in their face, swing your massive hammer at them. But to play him effectively, you don't want to be going for the kills. So a good character, or a really good player, can really, play him universally, get heaps of kills, escort the carriage, block his teammates and all that. But the main thing you want to do in this character is hold objectives, push objectives, escort payloads and things like that. And he's the best for it because he's right click. You can hold it up as long as you want until the enemy team destroys it, which they normally don't really want to do. But it takes a lot of bullets. Is this massive shield that stops all enemy projectiles coming in, but all your team can shoot through it. So it's super OP really. You just hold it up and you just walk forward. So picture like a big army, shield wall walking forward. That's you. You're the shield wall. You have a range ability you can throw every now and then. You can swing and hit people with your big hammer. It's like 2 shot, like 1, 2. Like if you get in their face, just smash them. And his ultimate ability is just hit, when it builds up, you just hit Q, and it's a massive AoE stun, the biggest stun in the game, overall, I believe. So if you get near them, just AoE Q, stuns them all. They get knocked down for like a solid 3 seconds, and you can go up and hit them, kill them yourself, or your team can also kill them. So super good. The hardest bit about Reinhardt, I believe, would be his left shift, and it's a big gap closer. So you line it up properly. You can steer it with your A and D keys, but normally you're trying to line it up as best you can, hit your shift, and he charges forward and he'll pin anyone that gets in his way towards the wall and one-shot them most of the time, unless they're a tank character. So this is the hardest part about it. I mean, you just press one button, but you want to try and pin people, so you just need to be able to aim it properly and not push way back into the enemy's spawn, because it goes pretty far back before it runs out of charge, and get killed. So you don't want to do that. You just want to, if someone's been a pest, nearly gonna break your shield down, just charge at him, hopefully pin him against the wall, kill him, then you can jump back on the payload and keep escorting it. So number 4 position went to Reinhardt. For number 3, I'm gonna choose here as Mercy. So she's not the easiest class to play, because that would be position number 1, but she's getting there. So to play her decently, it's a healer, actually, it's a support class. So you want to left click on your team when they have, when they're about to take damage or aren't full health. Just hold left click, follow them around, and heal them over time. And if they start getting away from you, you hit left shift every 2 seconds or 3 seconds. This comes off cooldown, so you can do it all the time. You just hit shift and you leap towards them or float towards them, whether they're in the air, up further. They just can't be behind walls. You have to be in lines of sight. So hit shift, go towards your enemy. You can hold left click on them to give them health, or you can hold right click on them to buff their damage. So if you're really good, you'll be buffing certain characters when they need it, healing certain characters when they need it. And you can also change to your pistol, which is button number 2. Doesn't do much damage at all, but you can help land kills. But I wouldn't worry about that, because if you want to start messing around that, one, you're getting pretty good at class, and it makes it more complex. So straight up, if you just want to play the game, play support, you can pick Mercy. Left click and right click is certainly enough to really help your team. You can heal people and give them buff damage. And her ultimate ability, this thing is insane. So say your whole team, you have big Reinhardt, he's pushing, you have a Mercy, you're pushing this big payload, and then the other team uses all their ultimates and wipes out everyone except for you. If your ultimate's up, you hit that, you will mass res everyone that's kind of close to you up from the dead. So you resurrect them, and the enemy team, this really stuffs up their whole game plan, because they just use all their abilities to kill you guys, and then you just, as long as you're still alive obviously, still res everyone back up. And then you're back in the fight, and hopefully you can turn it around and then just keep moving the payload again. So ultimate, super good. And her, where is she on here? Look at her abilities. I was gonna say her E. I couldn't think of what the hell her E was, so I had to pop up the ability. She doesn't have an E ability, so there's one less that you have to sort out with. But you can actually slow fall as well with space, I found out by reading these. Not that you really want to slow fall, you don't take fall damage, so that's there if you want to have an angelic descent. And that takes out position number 3. Moving into the top 2, I think the second easiest character just overall to play, not to be a god at, mind you, and this is in my personal opinion. I forgot to mention that at the start. Some people get pissed when you say top 5 and they don't agree. This is in my opinion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments, and maybe we can talk about maybe if you're right, or maybe I think I'm still right, whatever. It is what it is, but these are some of the easiest characters in the game to play. So number 2, second easiest character in the game, I believe, to play is Pharah. So Pharah shoots AoE rockets, so you don't have to be super accurate. Obviously, if you're super accurate and hit them with the rockets, that's pretty hard to do, but she has a lot more damage. But splash damage can hit groups, can try and take out single people. Really well balanced character, I think, when it comes to her damage, which would have been hard, I believe, to get on Blizzard's part perfect, but they did a good job with that. So she does AoE damage. She can hover in the air with her space. She has I think a jetpack. Think of a jetpack with fuel. So she has that. Her left shift shoots her up into the air quickly. Then she can hover while she's up there. So she's up in the air. Really hard to to hit if you're on the enemy team, but it makes it a lot easier for her to hit you. You know, if she's up there, your AoE splash damage, shooting rockets down at you. It's bad news bears if you're on the other team, but her E even more so. So say you're trying to hold a position, trying to cap a point of something. She's up in the air. Pharah can shoot down her E, which is just another rocket. Works in exactly the same way as her normal rockets, except it hits the ground and pushes people back from wherever it hits. So you got a group of people, you shoot right in the middle of them, it will knock them all back off the point, off the edge of ledges, and get kills and all that. So really fun ability to use, as well as she can just shoot her rockets down, and most of the time she's up into the air. The only thing that is kind of hard to get perfect is her ultimate ability. So when she's got it ready, it's called Barrage or something, I believe it is. So what you want to do is leap up in the air with shift, get a nice point above the enemy, hopefully a group of them, and you hit Q. So she can't move once she pops this. She fixes herself in a position in the air, puts her arms and wings out. Oh, my chair nearly exploded then. And shoots just a barrage of rockets endlessly for about 4 seconds, I'd say. It seems to be the 4 seconds a solid number when it comes to ability usage timings in Overwatch. But anyway, she holds this and yeah, just aims at the mouse. It's automatic, just shoots rockets at the ground. Can take out a whole team if they all get hit by it. The problem is with this ability, like I said, you're fixed in a position in the air. So if a widowmaker's watching you in the scope, you time this wrong, you hit your ultimate, start firing rockets while she got scope on you, bang, headshot, you're dead. There goes your ultimate, and you didn't get any kills. So just want to use it in a position where the other team is all grouped together and you're not going to get sniped out of the air or something because you can't move while you're doing it. So that is Pharah. That's the rundown of the class. She shoots rockets and she's in the air for number 2 position of easiest classes to play. We have the final class. Number 1. Which character in Overwatch do I believe is the hardest in the game to play? Not hardest, sorry, the easiest. I did this for my last top 5 hardest, where I asked you to comment if you wanted down in the comments below which character would be the hardest to play before I announced it. I'm going to do the same now. Comment down below if you want which character you think is going to be the easiest right now before I announce it. But for the number 1 position, easiest class or character to play, I believe, is Call of Duty 76, Soldier 76. Now, why do I think he is the easiest to play? You jump in, and I say he's Call of Duty 76 because he plays exactly like a Call of Duty game. So you sprint flat out, an endless amount of sprint. So you get in and out of combat quickly. His gun is pretty much just a fully automatic M16. He reloads but very quickly, so you can just spray people down from medium range. You don't have to be really close to them. He's not super good at long range, but you can still hit him, do some damage. And his right click on about a 5-second cooldown is like a mini, it's like a Pharah rocket. So you get a mini explosion with your right click. So you hit people, that does a lot of damage, splash damage. And those two paired together work really well. You can shoot your rocket, do some damage to them, hold your left click flat with your machine gun, try and kill them, reload, all of a sudden your rocket's back up, shoot them again. You can take out single people, groups, all that. You can sprint that out. And the best thing about it is his E, he puts down this little health thing that heals in a pretty good radius over time for anyone in it. So you get hit by a sniper, but he doesn't one-shot you. You got, 50% life left. Run behind the wall with your sprint, because you got sprint, remember, you can get out of combat easily. You can use it in combat whenever you want. Pop this E down, heal over time. You're still in it, and say they push up to the point where you are, you can shoot people while you're in it, and it's still healing you over time. So super good. Universal. This guy's good in most situations. You could solo play this guy on any map, any game mode, and you're going to do well on him. because then it comes to his ultimate, the Aimbot 3000. So he can land kills with his rocket and machine gun fine. He can go on nice kill streaks because he's got a heal that comes up pretty often. That E ability that I told you puts on the ground. And then his ultimate comes up. So when he hits this big circle comes up on your screen if you're imagining looking at this from first person view. And anyone in this has a headshot lock on from his gun. And all you gotta do from then on is hold left click, keep your screen facing them, not really your crosshairs, you hold just screen, hold it flat, and it will just headshot anyone in constantly in the circle until it runs out. And the reloads, I think it increases, so like bang, reload, and go for it again. Machine gun noises, best 2016 ever, but anyway, yeah, just hold it flat with your screen facing them. You're gonna take out a few people at least unless you get killed. You can move around while it's doing it. It's not like other classes or other characters, sorry, where you have to be standing still to do your big ultimate ability. He can move around and do it, and it is a scary noise if you're on the other team and you hear him make, I can't remember what he says. He says like, my aim, oh, I don't know, he says something, he announces something, and everyone on the map can hear it. And you're like, oh my god, soldiers, alt, run. So there it is. Number 1 position, I believe, goes to Call of Duty 76, and that is going to make up the top 5 easiest classes to play, in my opinion, in Overwatch. So if you agreed with this or liked this video, maybe I gave you some insight into the game, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you would like to, because we have more Overwatch content and other content like WoW coming out soon. Gonna play some Savage Lands again soon. Just really look at all these different games, have a universal channel hopefully, and I will see you guys next time.